Well, hello there, my friend. Jonathan Doyle here. Welcome to the Catholic Teacher Daily Message. I am pleased that you are here. Did you check out yesterday's video or the last video I did? It was called The Next Great Crisis in the Catholic Church. It got a huge number of views. If you haven't checked that, make a point after this video to go and check it. Did I ask you to subscribe? Please subscribe to the channel. It makes a big difference. Friends, today I am going to butcher another sacred cow. Something to do with getting older, right? You just take those cows out the back paddock and you butcher one sacred cow after another. I want to butcher the sacred cow of dialogue in the sense of how it keeps showing up in a lot of Catholic schools. I think you'll agree that you hear the word dialogue a lot, that, you know, it's all about dialogue. We need to dialogue with each other. For me, every time I hear the word dialogue, my radar goes off. I'm like, I think dialogue's been weaponized. It's often a tool to bludgeon people into submission or bludgeon people into agreeing with whatever latest ideology is popular. Now, let me do this as carefully as I can. Is it important for human persons to respectfully listen to others? Yes, absolutely. Of course it is. It's how we grow as societies, as cultures. It's why we've stopped killing each other in the numbers that we used to, though, of course, the technologies we have now means we can actually do it very effectively. So what I'm concerned about is we've made almost a unassailable virtue of the concept of dialogue in Catholic education, that the most important value is dialogue. Dialogue is not the most important value in a Catholic school. It's just flat out not. The greatest value in a Catholic school is truth and the person of Jesus Christ. That's the supreme value. So when we are discussing things, when we are respectfully listening, whatever we want to call it, we also want to be doing it through the lens of truth, which is, in postmodern liquid modernity, that is anathema to many people. You can't even use the word truth. Sorry, you can, because the truth is not a concept, the truth is not a doctrine, the truth is not an ideology, the truth is in fact a person, the person of Jesus Christ. So what we want is the truth. So when we have discussions and debates, we want to keep seeing it through a Christological lens. We want to keep seeing it through a scriptural lens. What does the scripture say about man, woman, relationships, human sexuality, education, pedagogy, culture, economics? We want to take everything we can reasonably take from scripture, and then we want to take the rest from the magisterium, which is simply the phenomenal wisdom of the greatest men and women theologians of the last 2,000 years, plus the church fathers, plus the great mothers of the church, the apostles themselves. So you see what I mean? Dialogue isn't the supreme thing. Truth is. So be aware of the sacred cow of dialogue, because also, I've got to do this part really carefully, you don't have to listen to stupidity. Some arguments are foolish. They're not only just foolish, they're dangerous. Carl Jung said that people don't have ideas, ideas have people. You look at the madness of the 20th century and the totalitarian regimes that killed probably 120 million people, give or take. It looked as though a few key people had these ideas and then communicated them. What Jung is getting at is there are some diabolical ideas floating in the ether, spiritual, demonic, and those ideas can actually possess people. When you look at the madness of the killing fields, of the gulag, you see how these ideas possessed people. So not every idea is equal. Not everything has to be listened to. Aristotle famously said that you don't argue with a proponent of matricide, you beat them. He was saying that if somebody says, hey, let's dialogue about how good it is to kill our own mothers, Aristotle was like, you don't argue with somebody like that. You don't give them your time. You actually, Aristotle was saying you actually punch them. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not advocating violence, but you see the point. Aristotle was saying there are some ideas that are so preposterous, so contrary to reason, so contrary to base morality that you do not entertain them. I think often those of a more progressive nature can think that there's just some kind of fun intellectual hobby to dialogue about diabolical ideas. I think we're just playing with fire. So I'll put my hand up and say, no, I'm good. I don't want to listen to foolishness. I actually don't. I actually don't want to sit in dialogue with somebody whose ideas are abhorrent to me. I don't. What I want to do is know the truth, and I want to know that in the heart of the church, and that's where I'm positioning myself. All right, God bless you. Hope that's useful. You are doing amazing work as a Catholic educator. Keep fighting the good fight. My name is Jonathan Doyle. Please make sure you've subscribed. I'll have another video for you very soon.